Hey everyone, and welcome to the overview video for the open world multiplayer AI spawn system. I'm gonna go over most of the blueprints included and hopefully show off what can be done. So first we have the manager. If I press play, you can see there's some AI over there, that's about it. The manager allows you to visualize things in-game. So when you're playing, just very easy, set a bunch of booleans to true, and now we know, oh, this is a spawn area, spawn point, it's located here, we have the stationary locations, the paths, it's just a visualizer. But you can also turn it off, and you can also turn it off in editor even. Maybe you're working, you do not want to be looking at that constantly, it's too much visual clutter. The manager allows you to very nicely turn it off, clean it up a bit. So, spawn location, this is where most of the logic takes place. It's a lot more complicated than single player one, because you have to keep track of everything. So in the single player there's only one player. You can just walk around, the AI will spawn, they'll follow you. If you're outside of the spawn point, they can still follow you. But what should happen if another player goes to that spawn point, and what happens if the AI stop chasing you? They can't despawn, they have to go back to the spawn area first, to where they came from, before they can despawn. It's just all that stuff's taken care of in the spawn point. It's all server side, so it's nothing that all clients are constantly doing. It's not even something that the server's constantly doing. You can set the update rate, set to most of the timers are around by default 0.75 seconds that it checks. You can make that shorter, you can make that longer. There's some more timers in here that you can change the time of, but yeah, there's just a bunch of checks. It's keeping track of everything, it's keeping track of all the different players and clients, and it works with both dedicated servers and just player hosted servers, so that's nice. And yeah, here you can set up all the information of what to spawn, and the rest will be done automatically. If you're adding your own AI, there will be some variables you have to replace, but I hope that's pretty straightforward, and if not, you can always reach out or join the Discord and I can help you out. So right here, what do we have? You can select the class you want to spawn, the amount you want to spawn. It's a struct. I added the zombie enemy to just make it easier on myself. I'm just going to disable this for now because I don't want a zombie walking around here. Randomization. You can use random spawn numbers, so maybe I want 1, but maybe the maximum could be 3, and then it picks a number in between. The way this is set up, I think, is that that's done on begin play. Yeah. So basically what happens, it picks one random number, not every time. So if you wanted to pick a random number every time, you have to change some code up a little bit, but that's not really difficult. But just so you know, it's only done when the game is set up. So we have location information in case you're spawning a stationary guy or a path guy, of which we also have one a bit further. So here we have a stationary, and then you can assign one of these points, and the points are super straightforward, basic blueprints that you can just drag into the world, and they just help with visualizing where stationary I could be. So if you press play, you go into this area. Okay, he spawns at that point, and he looks in the direction of the arrow. That's it. The errors here are because I dragged in a path AI here, and he has no home, he has no path, so nothing to worry about. Then we go on to the path AI. Same idea. There's an array with path references. So this path he has here has 4 points, and I selected them all, and that basically the path references, one of them is picked to spawn the AI, and from there on he will continue on that path. Now they can also be enemies, and if they kill you, just let me just, so he'll come for us, kill us. Oh, now I'm in the way. Oh no, I'm not. Alright, the spawn distance a bit, but he'll go back to that area and continue walking. And you can also set up multiple paths, and as long as you add all those points to the path reference, he'll select a random path and go walking over there. And that one is randomized every time you spawn. So every time you walk into the circle, he spawns at a different point selected from this array. Alright, I hope that makes sense. Then we have the spawn radius. Now the spawn radius determines where does the AI spawn, so where do the actors spawn. So that you should always keep this smaller than the spawn distance, because the spawn distance determines when is the AI allowed to spawn. And the despawn distance is the spawn distance plus whatever your number you fill in here. So if this is 1000 and this is 500, it means that at 1500 units away from the center, AI will be allowed to despawn. It's not deemed relevant anymore. So navigatable radius, that would be the radius in which the AI can navigate. So their spawn point is their home, is their central point basically. From there on they go places. If you make the navigatable radius bigger, or say we make it 1000, he'll be able to travel 1000 units outside of this point, and he'll go there. That's how that is done. And then we have the path points. I'll show the easiest way to demonstrate that is by showing. So we drag one in, auto assign number. So this will be a new path, so I'll set a different path start number, give it a different color. Auto assign numbers, yes, you should never leave that on when you're done. So I'll make a very beautiful path here. Alt click and drag to make a new one. Don't have to Ctrl C, Ctrl V. And then when you're done, you click Final Destination and Update. Oh, oopsie, I made one too many. Yes, delete. So now we have 9. It's the last one. But what if we want to add a 1 point in between here? You can do +1 to all next points. Update, and then you see a gap will appear. You can drag out a new point, give it the number 9. Update, and as you can see, now we have a new path. But you can easily replace this if you prefer a spline system or something like that. That's fine as well. Boom. Now we can add these to here. Path reference. Boom, boom, boom. I'll select a few. And here. Now we press play. Go into the zone. He will start at a random point. Now he started over there. I started over there. Let me just update. That's the thing with randomization. It's never as random as you want it to be. I don't need to restart actually, I can just despawn. So as you can see, he can spawn on that path and then he'll walk that path, or he'll spawn on that path and then he'll walk that. Now he has a mission. Pew! Just to kill me. And then there's also a respawn boolean, should respawn. So maybe you're having a big open world, and since it's multiplayer, you don't want AI that's dead to never return ever again. So then you can enable should respawn, and you set a timer before respawning is allowed. And the way it's set up is when respawning is allowed, the AI will have to come back before they respawn. Alright, so not be there basically, but you can easily set it up to allow both. Let's see if I can quickly demonstrate that. I'll just remove the stationary. You know what, I'll remove this one too. Should respawn, yes. So we go here. Oh, he dead. Oh, he'll despawn and the spawn point will reset. And we'll go away. And when we come back, hey, he respawns again. Pew. But if we have 5, and when it goes 2, then they kill us. And then they despawn. If we come back, there's 3. So that's nice. But you can, if you'd rather have them all respawn, you can add that as well. Okay, I hope this was clear as an overview video. If not, join the Discord or send me an email and I'll try to help you. Oh, that's why I set up a respawn system as well. And yeah, thanks for support. Good luck with your game, and maybe see you next video.